Confused Matthew. I know that is the name of the actual guy, but more the name of the internet persona. And I know he hasn't really done fully fledged style reviews since Batman v Superman way back. And even then, that was after a reboot revamp after another several year break. This is something I respect about the guy. He stepped back in a time where a lot of other video reviewers keep drudging forward. Not really because of any controversy. By the time he was petering out, he was giving more neutral reviews, if anything. It was just more of a casual, yeah, I'm gonna stop. Which, respect there. I can't really say his reviews are the best. There's lots to nitpick and such, but a lot of times he explained himself pretty well. If there was ever a notably bad review like No Country for Old Men, he'd pretty swiftly denounce it. Out of respect for the guy, I'll not show any of his older reviews. People can seek to archive if they want. But as far as my word, he's pretty alright. A lot of people have issues with his movie takes. It really just comes down to this. People have issues with Confused Matthew because of a difference of opinion with movies. And with the biggest case of all, kids movie. Now, I was first aware of Confused Matthew as the guy who disliked The Lion King, which just sounded fine to me. Like, oh, you disliked the ultimate kids Disney animal 2D movie. He had his original Raging review, which wasn't meant for a bigger audience. His bigger re-review, it actually refined and cleared up some of his points. He's had other opinions tweaked since then. YMS did a reaction to his original review in a time where his re-review existed. I'm kind of baffled he did it like this, since his re-review had more refined points that cleared up people had issues with the original review. Like, YMS would have had to have seeked out this sort of review instead. There's no clarification from YMS or editor 369 on the existence of a re-review or if this was just done for nostalgic purposes. It's just overall weird. Also, YMS looks really uncomfortable in that chair. But as far as Matthew's take on The Lion King, I mean, I don't have much investment in this movie anyway. However, here's something that's pretty apparent by the re-review. Confused Matthew actually doesn't hate The Lion King. Something he brings up is that while a lot of other bad movies he doesn't really have a desire to revisit, Matthew gladly revisits Lion King. He likes the music, the animation, respects the creative ambition. There's even a part in the re-review where it seems like he just forgets he's supposed to hate the Lion King and is just vibing with a bunch of stuff on screen. And when it comes to issues like Simba being an a-hole, I think it should be clarified that's not really his biggest issue. His biggest issue was that he was perceptually an a-hole during the first act, gets traumatized and doesn't really have an arc to get better. I don't know, I kind of agree there. There isn't really a journey. He was just a snobby kid, witnesses tragedy and then lives in Chillax Land. That isn't really a journey, it's just stuff happens. That would be like acting like Batman's parents getting murdered in front of him is part of his character arc. Matthew compares to Emperor Cusco's journey and yeah, I agree. That guy actually had a journey from being an a-hole to being a better person through cooperation. Reviews mad wild. He even brings up a comparison to Lorax, which I also ended up agreeing with. Honestly, he might like Lion King more than I do. I mean, when I first watched it when I was young, I was just confused. Why Scar just didn't need baby Simba? Don't they know that in the wild, this is just part of lion society? Adult lions just eat the cubs to establish dominance. Also, I think every song from the sequel is like way better than the original. I mean, He Lives in You, that eerie villain song, Disgrace. Those are more banger to me than the original. But anyway, that's my take on Confused Matthew. He didn't do nothing wrong. Hasn't even gone by that moniker in a while. But hey, interesting cases of reviewers growing up and such.